So last week, one of my clients' website got hacked. The website was pretty new, and in fact, I never imagined in my dreams that why would a new website will get hacked.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
So if a website have reputation or something, I agree that can be hacked and you can ask ransom. But in this case, that was not the actual story. So this hack was, I personally felt that it was one of the mass attack which happened on WordPress website, and the websites which aren't made properly or which aren't secure much are going to get into this trap. Then what was the hack about? Basically, when somebody was visiting my client's website, what was happening was they were able to see the home page. But when they click on some other page, let's say about us page, okay, or let's say some other page, contact us or anything, what was happening was it was redirecting it to a weird domain name. That is sinistermousemove.art. So instead of opening the about us page of the client, it was going to this sinistermousemove.art. Now, what could be a reason to do that? So as a normal human being, the first thing what we think is, okay, to restore the website, that guy will ask ransom. But then he didn't log the whole website, right? So then how he will be able to ask ransom, because still I have the access of cPanel and other things. So that was first thing. Second thing was, let's say if he hacked it, okay, I personally felt he injected the malware, and then he was like, okay, it's just for fun, let them do, or let them waste some money on recovering it or waste some time. So it can be just for fun also. Now another thing what I felt, because I found very interesting thing in this hack, I was able to get to know the hacker's name. I will tell you about that later. But what I found is some weird TXT files. Now see, in WordPress or in code, TXT files doesn't impact anything. Either it should be a HTML file, it should be CSS file, or it should be a XML file or something like that, right? Or PHP file. But in this case, there were TXT files which included some encrypted lines. Initially, I thought that I should, somehow decrypt this encrypted line, but unfortunately, I got failed. So I just thought, okay, I don't have to waste my time on decrypting these things. But yes, that third thing which I feel like they were trying to pass on messages, or they are trying to store data on idle websites. So now my client's website was also a landing page kind of website. Okay, people will come get the information, not much happening there. So there can be a scenario where they were thinking, okay, let's just try to take such kind of websites which are idle, and the way he was able to get in, I am still not sure. But yeah, I was able to restore the website of my client. So when my client informed me about the hack, I was like, okay, no issues, we have backup, so we will restore to a previous version of backup. But the problem was the backup was inside the WordPress backend, and it was connected to Google Drive through Updraft. And sadly, I was first of all not able to access the WordPress backend. Second, the problem which was that somehow the backup files got corrupted. So I was not able to restore them manually also. So now what to do? So I was like, okay, don't worry. Hosting always takes the backup. So you go to your hosting provider, you contact the support and say them that, see, my website got hacked, my website has been injected by some malware. So please recover my website. And he did that. But sadly, the hosting provider was Bluehost. And for everything Bluehost like to charge you. Now it was hilarious what Bluehost said to my client. They were basically like, okay sir, if you want to take backup, you have to have the CodeGuard plugin, and this is gonna cost you some annual fee. And my client was like, okay, I will buy it, but how to restore the existing website? And they were like, sir, you have to see your local backups or something. If you will not be able to do, we have security experts, but that are expensive. So I was like, hello dude, just for a backup you are like doing so much tantrum. So I was like to my client, calm down, I will look at it. And then I went on Google, I searched about this malware, and I'm glad to this guy, OK Ravi. He wrote such a great article. I will put the links in description. Now, OK Ravi have done such a great job in explaining this step by step, what kind of script I have to put to make sure these scripts are deleted and all. So I just went, followed the guide, and I was finally able to remove the malware. Yes, by following this article, I was able to get rid of the malware. Now imagine if somebody don't do such basic research, they will just end up paying some $500 or something to the so-called security experts, whereas you can solve the problem for free. So always I recommend you search for your problem, you see other people have already written about it. If somebody have not written in detail, try to contact them and get the solution from them, because they will definitely help you, because they were the victims, right? But don't end up spending money at such places, because Bluehost, I really hate you guys. For such simple thing, for backups also you charge money. So I always recommend people like stay away from them. Although the malware was removed, but still I was not able to access the WordPress backend. Now that was something very problematic situation for me, but I got an idea. I was like, okay, so Bluehost said that they cannot help me with the backup and they cannot help me with malware removal. I did that part. So now let's approach them, and this time this new support member who is going to support us on the chat, I will not tell him about the hack. I will just tell him I'm not able to access the WordPress backend. And I did the exact same thing. I just went, I'm like, I'm not able to access my WordPress backend. What is happening? And he didn't check the chat history of previous help tickets or something. So he was like, okay, sir, I'm going to help you. And he went ahead. He did something in 2 minutes. He was like, sir, your backend is accessible now.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get me.
So that's how I was able to save my clients money also, and time, effort, everything. I was able to do this in, I think, around an hour or two, and the whole problem was resolved now. After that, I just went ahead, installed WordFence plugin and scanned the files, and that's where I found the TXT files, and I just removed all of them, then changed the passwords, everything, so that everything is secure. But yeah, this should not have happened in first place, because see, if WordPress backend would have been secured, if there would have not been a backdoor, then this would have never happened. But I personally feel the hacker, I said right, I was able to get to know his name and email address. So it was somewhere inside one of the code, and it was like Mr. L3RB1, and his Gmail ID was there. So this one thing I felt very weird, that why would a hacker use a Gmail ID? So if you are watching Mr. L3RB1, please use Proton email. So I am going to tell you 3 simple tips, very simple tips. You can follow this now itself, so that your website will never get into such trouble. So the first tip what I like to give to everyone is, please choose a reliable hosting provider. Now the client had already Bluehost hosting, so and they paid in advance. So I was like, okay, no problem, we'll use this. But remember, if you are taking a trustworthy hosting like SiteGround, DreamHost, in fact with SiteGround, I personally, my few of my clients' websites, one of them got corrupted long back and all. So SiteGround keeps 30-day backup for you and on their servers, and when you say that this problem came, they just restore to some previous backup. That kind of facility should be there in every hosting. Like backup is something very basic, and yeah, they don't force me to buy some other stuff. Okay, so I personally feel SiteGround is really great. Their SiteGround plugin is great. So it's not sponsored by them. You can check out yourself and you will feel the quality. It's little expensive, but if you cannot afford SiteGround, then choose DreamHost, because it's as good. I'm currently using DreamHost, and with SiteGround I was there for 3 years. So I personally feel these 2 hosting providers are really reliable. So don't forget to choose something reliable over something cheap. The second tip what I would like to give you is, make sure your WordPress backend is secure. How to do that? It's very simple. First, make sure you install SSL certificate. Now, when I say SSL certificate, you don't have to buy something premium. Basically, hosting providers like GoDaddy are just into this business and they try to promote the SSL, the premium version, and you end up buying it. You don't need such premium version of SSL. You just need a free SSL service like Let's Encrypt, which can just make sure your data is secured, you're having that encryption, and your URL is having HTTPS. That's it. That's what we need. Please don't buy premium SSL certificate unless and until you are some huge business who want something to be premium and all. You can go for it. But if you're a startup, if you're a small business, you just need simple Let's Encrypt certificate. You don't need something advanced. And if your hosting provider is GoDaddy, please switch it. Take SiteGround, DreamHost, like I mentioned. They provide free SSL of Let's Encrypt, and you just have to go to the dashboard and install it. The second step to secure your WordPress backend is to install Jetpack and WordFence plugin. Now, what Jetpack do is Jetpack limits the login attempts. Okay, and so whenever somebody is trying to log in on your WordPress website, they will put admin, and the password they will try to put admin@123 or such sort of regular passwords, and in 4-5 attempts they will be successful to log in if you have kept some weak password and weak username. So to avoid that, what you can do is you can install Jetpack, and maximum hosting providers, in fact Bluehost itself also and other providers also, keep the default plugin installed like Jetpack and I think Akismet and other 2-3 plugins. You don't need all those other plugins. If you need, you can keep it, but keep Jetpack. Make sure it's properly configured so that your login attempts are limited to 5 or 4 or something. And the reason I'm saying to install WordFence is it's gonna identify the malware scripts if anything is there inside your WordPress backend. So we installed this after getting to know that our website got injected by a malware. But if you keep it as a preventive measure, what you can do is you can use WordFence to enable 2-factor authentication. So even though your login attempts are limited, now what is happening is you are also making sure that you get a OTP, or you are verifying through authenticator app like Google Authenticator or something. So this gives you 12 layer of security, and nobody will be able to log in your WordPress backend. And the final tip to secure your WordPress backend is to make sure your login URL is different. Now by default, the WordPress login URL is wp-admin, okay, or wp-login.php. Both are same, both will land on the same page. It's just a redirection that is happening. Now what you have to understand is this kind of scenario is there, right? So what people do, hackers do, is they know that this is the URL, and by default people are idiots, so they put the username as admin. So the only thing we have to figure out is the password. So what you have to do is you have to make sure your URL is also different. So they will first of all have to identify that how to go to the login screen. The password is separate story, but how shall we reach to the login screen? The last step to make sure your website is completely secure is to close the back doors. Yeah, so like the home have a door and there is a front door and there is a back door. What happens typically is the hacker tries to enter from the back door. So if the front door is secure, so usually you see front door is quite secure, there is a watchman, I'm giving a physical example, right? So there is a watchman, there are CCTVs, this, that, etc. But the back door will be just logged by a simple lock. And that's where the hacker feel that, okay, in terms of website, if you see the front door, you kept login attempts, this, that, etc. But the back door is still there. So if they figure out the key for the back door, they can enter into your WordPress website. And that's where the problem comes, and that's how I think even we were the victims of this hack. So how to avoid this? So the only backdoor which I felt is harmful for or vulnerable for general public is XML RPC. So what is XML RPC? Basically it was a system in WordPress previously, and it's enabled by default. So if somebody if some hacker wants to try login, okay, and they're trying some combination of password. Now if they go in the front screen or your main login screen, they will try 4-5 times and the account can get blocked. But if they use XML RPC file, they can enter at a single time, let's say 40,000 passwords. And imagine if your password is admin@123 or 123@admin or 12345 or some silly, I don't know what. But if that kind of password or something which you are using, then that's gonna get cached easily and they're gonna get inside your website. So close these backdoors, make sure all your backdoors are closed. But this one backdoor, I know about it, so I am able to say. Again, as a recap, first thing, choose a reliable hosting. Second, secure your backend, install SSL, install Jetpack, WordFence, and change your login URL. And yes, third thing is close the back doors. I hope you guys found this video informative, and if you get hacked at some point of time in your life, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can always DM me on Instagram at @MDFarhan, or you can email me dm@mdfarhan.com. And please don't forget to subscribe the channel if you like the video, and share it with your friends, family, colleague, anyone who is using a WordPress website, so that they can also secure their website by themselves. They don't have to pay to a security expert. And that is it for today, guys. I hope you guys have a great day ahead. See you soon. Bye bye. I'm Farhan signing off.